Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
The modern day Mr. Rogers.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
This is Ace and Friends.
Fun, funny, and fast. This is the, what is today? Tuesday edition of Ace and Friends. I was a little confused there for a minute. Sorry. I got a lot going on in my life. Let me ask you a question and just get your opinion on something real quick as we get the show started today. So last night we had a bit of an issue in my home. I spent the day going to my other job in the afternoon. Then when I got home last night, I had to do some writing for this other job that I have. And so my wife went to bed. Now, she had long been asleep by this point, by the time I was done and went to bed. And Toby, the dog, the basset hound, sleeps on the bed. Now, normally when I'm not in the bed, he's in there. So if I go in after she's been asleep for probably an hour, I go in, 10 o'clock to go to bed. And it's like, hey, I got to move the dog and the whole thing. So sometimes I'll just go sleep in the guest bedroom, which is actually the office/guest bedroom. And it's right next to Dax's room, so I can hear him if he cries and I can stop it before it bothers her. But I'm sound asleep last night. 12:15, the door opens. And there's Amanda standing there, naked, because she sleeps naked, with the basset hound coming in. I thought, oh, hey. No, she was just bringing the basset hound in. Like he's scared. I was like, okay. He stays more calm around me. Then she went back to bed. Then for the next 2 hours, I was up and down because the dog thunder, boom, he'd be up, he'd be jumping off the bed. I had to get up and get him back on the bed.
Gosh.
The whole thing. So this morning, she texts me, and I said, I'll always leave her a message every day. And I said, she goes, how did you sleep? And I said, well, we're up and down with Toby until about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Now.
Are you sorry?
Do you think she knew? It's like, you know what? That baby's sleeping good tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and take the dog in there to him and let him deal with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, of
She
course
knew
you
the
do.
dog
Would
was
she
gonna
be that subversive?
She knew the dog was going to be restless when she brought him in there.
Yes, but she does also know that he a lot of times will be more calm around me.
I can't believe you would think that of your wife, your blushing bride. I think it says more about you than it does about her.
I'm just saying I'm laying out a scenario. I'm curious as to your opinion.
Wow.
I agree with him.
There's no agreeing with me. I'm not saying yes or no on anything, Rob. I'm giving you a scenario and just curious as to what your thoughts might be about it.
Well, those hypothetical thoughts that you had are my thoughts.
Okay, let's pretend I didn't bring it up. I didn't have any thoughts, Rob. I laid out a scenario.
No, they were hypothetical.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
okay.
in the clear here because you didn't say these things. Okay. You just were asking the question, and I'm going to say that's what's happening.
Okay. Well, now we're moving on.
Coming up on Ace and Friends. Ace and Friends.
We have some great stuff today, but I'm very excited because, yes, in just a few moments, the return, we got more drunk DJs, and they are spectacular. Hang on.
Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and he's ready to save you some money, get you some money with an instant equity line of credit. How does that work, Richard?
Best product ever. We take a little bit of your information. We find out if you get an offer or not. If you get an offer, you can decide what you want to do, get your money 4 days later, pay off credit cards, do home improvements.
I've done it. It's super simple. And again, start to finish, 4 days, you get your money. HomeWithRichard.com is where you get the process started. It's HomeWithRichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is Ace and Friends.
So last week I told you I ran across a CD, literally a CD in a box that was just labeled drunk DJs. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've hit the mother load here. The drunk DJs, it's a tape of DJs who were hammered on the radio from around the country. Most of these are from the 80s. So today we pick up with a guy. His name is Bob Jones. He's doing the Bob Jones Show. It's 5 o'clock on a Sunday morning is when his show begins. And he's already kind of been messing up a little bit. So you'll get a little idea here as we get started with Bob Jones, the drunk DJ. Ending the song here.
Heading toward Abilene with George Hamilton IV at KQ. It's a quarter after 5 o'clock. 45 more minutes to the Bob Jones Show. And then it's 10.76. But let's not get too far ahead. Let's hear this very important word right now.
You're supposed to be hearing a very important word. There'll be a commercial. It's not played.
That word is not ready to be spoken yet, folks. It will be very shortly, so let's try it. Let's try it now.
Nope. Nothing yet. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. You got to be dying for him at this point. If you're
everything. I'll broadcast it again. Good morning. We're experiencing some temporary difficulties this morning at KQUE. Plenty of this commercial. I will play it. If you'll bear with me, folks, and say, grin and bear it. The phone is ringing now. Till I get rid of one, the phone is again. One from Joe.
What is he saying?
I can't make out a single word.
Yeah, can't know what he's saying. So now, what's he doing now? He's wasted.
I have to do something.
So he's moving around the studio. He's walking around. He's still live on the radio. Hammered, walking around. Now, here's the best part. He's about to answer the phone and have a conversation with someone while he's on the air and doesn't know he's on the air.
Uh-oh.
And we'll get to that next. Hang on.
More Ace and Friends coming up.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Ace and Friends.
All right, so we're doing another round of drunk DJs. The guy's name is Bob Jones. Bob Jones is on the air on a Sunday morning. He's wasted. He's already tried to play commercials. He can't play them. He actually said something we don't even know what he said. All right. So now he mentioned him a second ago. Oh, the phone is ringing. So he's about to answer the phone. Remember, it's just after 5 o'clock. It's 5:15 on a Sunday morning, and he's answering the phone live on the air here.
Yeah, he's scheduled. I just couldn't find him. He's scheduled.
He's on the phone now.
Huh? I'm not well. I'm very sick right now. I'm throwing up, okay? I am too. No, you can just keep your finger crossed for another 45 minutes. Okay?
So he's thrown up on the air. He still has no idea he's live on the radio.
He doesn't even know.
He has no idea.
Exactly 18 after 5 o'clock on your Sunday morning with Bob Jones, your morning man here, with you since midnight. We're on the last hour. And this is a song that I like to play quite a bit because it's my theme song. Ask any girl in town. She'll tell you, Bob Jones is easy. Done by a guy named Keith Kerrigan.
It's not my way to love you just.
He's done fine there.
But I love him on the phone. No, I'm not well right now. No, I threw up.
Is that the boss that he's probably talking
That's all
to?
I can imagine. He's talking to the boss.
That's funny.
Radio stations have hotlines. And so you get a hotline call, it would ring, and usually it's a red light that flashes. So he would answer that like, oh my God, I got to answer the hotline. I'm not well right now. I'm starving. I threw up.
Hang up right here.
But the thing is, it's 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah, that's brutal.
He says he's been on since midnight. So he's been drinking in the studio.
Oh, yeah, I pictured him like strolling into work at like 5.
No, I did too the first time I heard
Hungover.
it, but then I'd forgotten that oh my gosh, he's wasted. And he says, I've been with you since midnight. It's the last 45 minutes.
Man, hopefully it started better than it ended.
So he's been sitting around just getting hammered the whole time while he was on the air overnight on some radio station. I think that's in Houston. It's where the radio station was. What's it really like to move in together? You're going to hear the moment a man realizes this is not what I thought it was going to be. Alas, it's not what he was told it was going to be. And so many men have lived this moment. Next.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo. I mean.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. You know, we have a lot of listeners calling in and taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Ace and Friends.
What you're about to hear is the realization that so many men have experienced when they move in with the woman they love. There's a set of expectations, an idea of how life is going to be. And then, sometimes quickly, sometimes it takes a while, boom, you realize this is not anything like I expected it was going to be. This is from a viral TikTok, and this guy lays it out there for all men and women. But women, you already knew this.
Before we moved in. Oh, I'm going to just be slutty around the house. As soon as we move in, why don't we move in together and get a house? I'm going to be naked all the time. And you've worn that every day since we moved in here. Like Conwell Egan pants. We're going to die.
If you missed it, what she's wearing is gray sweats or some kind of gray,
baggy.
they're like high school sweatpants from her softball team or something. They say 2010 on them. She holds the phone down to show her pants. And it's like Comwell High School or something, 2010 softball team.
Every day.
And he says every day where, where things go to die.
Yeah.
Like you have a bone in your arm. That's where they go to die. You know what I mean? And there are guys that have lived that moment like exactly. What I thought. I'm looking through the comments now. Dude, they make promises. They never, ever come true. Trust me. Bro fell for the trap. Oh, I'm a freak. Equal dead fish.
Yeah. He did. He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
She's a great salesman. She hit you with that crossover, then a Euro step.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just venting to her at the kitchen table. Like, you said you were going to do all these things. You haven't done a single one.
And I mean, the comments from men, it just gets worse, brother. It's always a trap. Like presidents, they tell you what you want to get elected and only partially deliver for 4 years.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
One comment from a lady. Who put the ketchup on the table?
Yeah. Okay.
It is just full of men. That's life, my man.
You know, and she's got wearing a little smirk, I'm sure, like, yeah, I got him. I sold him a bag of goods.
And
here we are.
So
that's what it goes. Yeah. That's the way it goes.
Millions and millions of men are nodding their head right now going, yep. Been there, brother. We've all been there.
More Ace and Friends coming up.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Ace and Friends presents
I'm about to have a good day.
the good news.
There's no way the good news today doesn't put a smile on your face. It's just not possible. Starting with the very first story from Arkansas. Back in December, a family in Arkansas won a new truck in their church's annual fundraiser. It's a GMC Sierra 1500. But instead of keeping it, they decided to give it to someone who needed it more. So they asked teachers and school counselors in their area to nominate deserving kids who needed a new ride. And this week they surprised the winner. Or last week, rather. He's a high school senior who's planning to become a welder. His English teacher nominated him and said he's as, quote, kind as can be, end quote. Now imagine this. He rolls up to school on Thursday, end of his senior year. He's within 2 weeks of graduating. And then, bam, somebody drops a brand new truck on him.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. No idea when he got to school on Thursday he would be leaving with a brand new truck.
Wow.
But that's exactly what happened.
Amazing.
Really cool of that family to do that. And there's a 100-year-old veteran in Maryland who just got his college diploma. He's a former pilot. His name is Jack Milton. He served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. That's pretty unbelievable.
Dang.
He had enough credits to graduate from the University of Maryland in the mid-1960s before he left for Vietnam, but he never did. So he fulfilled the credit requirements, but never actually graduated. There's paperwork you do when you finalize everything, and he never went to a graduation ceremony or anything like that. So he never got a diploma. So for his 100th birthday last week, the school surprised him with his college diploma.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And a woman in Virginia named Caitlin Burland bought her first ever lottery ticket last month.
No.
And won $50,000. And she's using that $50,000 to pay off her sister's college tuition.
Wow. That's incredible. First lottery ticket ever.
Yeah.
Well, part of me's a little annoyed.
2 words. That bitch. What?
This is the good news. Come on. Man, that is a little annoying, though.
I mean,
Good for her.
good for her. That's what I was thinking of. Good for her. One lottery ticket, 50 grand. Pays off her sister's medical bills.
And she does something nice with it.
Her medical school tuition.
Yeah, she's annoying.
Speaking of medical school, there's something they've got to correct in medical school because my wife is a hypochondriac, and thanks to a doctor, I was left with a hypochondriac wild woman on my hands yesterday. And they did something that makes no sense at all. I'm angry they did this. It doesn't even affect me. Next.
More Ace and Friends coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Ace and Friends.
In my house yesterday, thanks to a doctor who didn't care about anybody but him or herself, I was left with a hypochondriac wild person on my hands. My wife really is. As much as I love her, she's a hypochondriac. And it makes me crazy. Everything is like the worst possible thing it could be. So she has a toenail that got torn. She hit her toe and it messed her toenail up, and it had to just kind of take the rest of it off. And so she finally went to a dermatologist to have it checked out because it was giving her trouble. And it just stemmed from an injury. So she had it checked out. Ended up having a full body check done at the dermatologist because she's kind of worried her dad had some skin cancer, so she checks up on that quite often. And that was Friday. Yesterday, the doctor's office called and left her a message and said, call the triage line to get an update on your dermatological check. And they called and left her this message at 3:59 p.m. Guess what time they close?
4.
Now I got, who does that? Like, wait, I can't find out anything now.
Yeah, I kind of get that. What is
She's
that?
100% right. Where she's wrong, she called the emergency line, and the lady said, I don't know. They just roll their phones over to us. So she's like, you're a lot of help.
Wow.
Like, well, it's not really that lady's fault. It's just
It's an unfortunate circumstance, but it's not her fault.
But now she's like, they said if it wasn't anything, they would just let me know that it wasn't anything. So now it's got to be something because I've got to call.
Yeah.
I said, well, I understand your point, but really there's not much you can do right now. Who does that? What do you think it could be?
Oh, God.
I don't know. I am not a doctor. Please, God, whatever you do, don't go online and start looking up more stuff as to what it could be.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
So she still doesn't know right now.
No, still doesn't know. Well, unless she's found out while I'm here.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah, that's messed up, though.
Yeah, I was. She's 100% right. Who calls at 3:50 after 3:50?
Yeah, that is super messed up.
So they called, and she looked at her phone and showed me on her phone. They called her at 3:59 was when the message was left. They closed at 4.
Why didn't she answer the phone, though?
I don't know what she was doing. I really don't know because I wasn't there. So I don't know what was going on at the time. Whether she was doing something with the baby, she was in the bathroom. I don't know.
Man.
Like, what are you? You're killing me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You, doctor, are killing me right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess tomorrow maybe I'll update on what's wrong with her foot, but they're gonna cut it off or something.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's probably nothing, but she's already said it's real bad.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Ace and Friends.
Oh, I don't know how men are going to react to what you're about to hear. Micro cheating, it's a thing. To what extent, though? That's what you got to figure out. Coming up next. Hang on.
Ace and Friends.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler's a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. You know, it's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
This is Ace and Friends.
Micro cheating offenses are small offenses according to the dating world. I don't really know who came up with micro cheating.
Women.
And there's things that guys do that are kind of cheating, but not really. It's not the hill upon which you would choose to die, but it's things you should not be doing. So there's a video that's gone viral, and this woman is in the car with her fiance. He's sitting there drinking a huge soft drink, and it says, telling my fiance things I consider micro cheating. Here we go.
Okay, today I'm going to be telling my boyfriend things that I consider to be micro cheating.
By the way, first thing, sister, don't call him your boyfriend in the video, but in your caption says fiance.
I know. It's
very annoying. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then you can either agree or disagree. Ready? Number 1, being overly friendly with any other girl.
I agree.
Okay. Question. How do we define overly friendly?
Well, I don't know that there is a definition.
What is the definition of being overly friendly with another girl?
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Yeah.
Lying about your relationship status with anyone else. Whether it's like a guy friend, girlfriend, family member.
Immediate termination.
Okay, good.
I agree. You shouldn't lie.
Number 3, constantly complaining about your partner to someone else.
Yep.
I'd agree. You shouldn't do that.
Number 4, deleting messages, whether it's Instagram, text, anything.
Grounds for termination.
Okay, question. What if you delete a message just because you know it's nothing, but if she were to see it, she would think it's something?
Yeah. Well,
what you got there?
Still bad.
Like it doesn't mean anything, but you're gonna flip out just because this person sent me a message. I'm just gonna delete that. I don't want to deal with that. I didn't ask for it. I don't want to be involved in this. This person sent me a message. I'm just gonna delete that.
Yeah. You got to recognize if your partner is crazy.
Next one, liking another girl's story on Instagram.
Yeah, that's weird.
Girls take that as like a hint.
It's weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what if it's a nice post about her brother or something?
I know.
You're like, that's nice. I like that.
I didn't know that was such like a bad one. Any girl.
Yeah, she said girls take that as a hint.
Yeah, he paused a lot on that answer, so I don't know.
He even kind of like, you know.
Yeah. He's clearly given her the answers that she wants to hear.
For
sure. Yeah, he knows better.
It gets wilder though. Wait till the worst of these. Coming up next. Hang on.
Ace and Friends.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi, and let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is Ace and Friends.
So we're going through this TikTok about micro cheating. Girl's in the car with her fiance, and she's telling him what she considers to be micro cheating to see if he agrees or disagrees. So we'll go through the rest of these with him. Here we go.
Maintaining contact with exes or people you used to have a thing with or have feelings with.
Grounds for termination.
Okay, grounds for termination. Maintaining contact with them at all. An ex or somebody you hooked up with.
Yeah.
Fair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
That's probably not a good idea. Okay.
Okay, last one. Sharing your drink or giving another girl your item of clothing, whether it's like a t-shirt or a jacket if she's cold, anything like that.
Yeah, why are your salivas interacting?
Exactly. And the jacket
And
thing.
clothes? No, that's mine.
Okay,
and
good.
And my baby girls.
Okay, good.
That's our stuff.
Yeah. Okay, congrats.
That's mine and my baby girls.
Mine and my baby girls.
Good,
Why are your salivas interacting? So
I don't know why these dudes are tripping.
if I were somewhere and there was a woman there who was cold, and I didn't give her my jacket, my wife would be disappointed. You should give her why did you give her your jacket? She's cold. That would be the nice thing to do.
Or that could be a test, I said that, but why did you actually do it? That's how I picture most women reacting.
Have you experienced any of that in a relationship in the past?
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly like a little test.
Yeah.
So he's given all the right answers. But sure, women do that kind of stuff all the time.
Now,
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, Rob, do you experience things like that with Meredith at all?
Not really.
Okay. But you don't really care because you're not going to give up a jacket anyway, are you?
No.
So you're standing around there, a group of people, a woman walks up and the wind is whipping around and she's cold and you have a jacket. You're not going to say, oh, here, why don't you take my jacket for a minute before we go inside?
She should have been prepared.
Yeah. Screw you.
Look at the weather report before you leave the house. Don't be stupid.
He said, if you want a jacket, you're going to have to go to my car because they're all in my back seat. I'm going to have to walk all the way back there to get it.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Ace and Friends.
Okay, it's game time. We're going to play another round of a game we came up with a while back called Classic or Not. We'll give you some songs from the 80s, 90s, various genres, and determine whether or not they would count as classics. Coming up next.
More Ace and Friends coming up.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Ace and Friends.
It's a simple game, classic or not. We go to various genres of music. I'm going to give you a song title, and then we will determine whether or not that song is considered classic or not. So these are all from the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
And they are, like I said, various genres of music. Okay?
Got it.
Here we go. Africa by Toto. Classic or not?
I'd say classic.
I think classic, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Strawberry Wine by Dina Carter.
Hell yeah.
It's a little 90s country.
Yeah. Has it transcended, though? No, I'm going to say no, unfortunately.
I think it's still popular because, what's her name? Lainey Wilson just did something very similar, and people got mad at her because it was too similar.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rob. I think it's a classic. It's not Dina Carter's only hit, but whew, it's a fabulous song.
It far overshadows her other stuff.
The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Theme song to Back to the Future.
I think so.
That's the power of love.
I don't even know that I know that one.
Okay.
Is that the Don't Need Money? Is that the
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Don't need no credit card to ride in this train. Yeah.
It's a good song.
I got to say no.
Okay. It's theme song. I would have to say yes because it's the theme song to Back to the Future. By the way, just a lesson, a little bit of a life lesson. You can never go wrong with the little Huey Lewis in the News. The world would be a better place if we had more Huey Lewis in the News. You can't put a Huey Lewis in the News song on and not feel better. They're just fun, happy songs.
Huey.
All right.
Huey rocks.
Let's see. Classic or not? Something Like That by Tim McGraw.
Hell yeah.
Barbecue. I call it barbecue.
You call it
I was like, which
barbecue
one
day?
was that one?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
barbecue.
Yeah,
day.
oh, yeah. I love that one.
That's good. That's a classic. Okay. Classic or not? Jump by Van Halen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Their first number one single. Classic or not? Fancy by Reba McEntire.
Yes.
The answer is yes, Ricky.
Yeah, I can't.
What are we debating?
I was like, why are we not saying this right now? What's going on?
Yeah, the answer is obviously yes. That is a classic.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Ace and Friends.
Oh, a classic rock star takes a face plant, and we get to hear it in all its glory. And there's some guys from Denver who work for the city who've done something that's pretty impressive that you will enjoy. Next.
Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is Ace and Friends.
Coming up, a rock star face plants, and we get to enjoy it all for ourselves. But first, employees at Denver's water department did a parody of the Backstreet Boys about water conservation. And you might think, oh, that's going to be cheesy. Well, they nailed it. And I mean, they nailed it.
My yawn needs water when it gets hard to believe these dry days that I water that way. Tell me why you don't water when it's raining. Tell me why.
This guy's
No. No.
What?
No.
They killed that.
Don't let your water wash away. I water that way.
That's awesome.
No, I don't like that.
Why not? What is there not to love about that?
Not a fan.
They're having a good time with it.
Denver, Colorado?
Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounded like the first guy was British or something.
Yeah, they nailed
Yeah, I mean,
that.
it sounded good.
I thought they just...
He said water and hotter.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, it sounded like he was
They made
not
it work.
fun.
They made it work. Okay, next. I am an unabashed, lifelong Motley Crue fan. I don't know that I go see him again because I've become less and less of a fan lately. Vince is just not doing it for me anymore. But they opened their tour in Atlantic City Friday night. They were just starting the Motley Crue classic Wild Side, where my man Vince Neil took a bit of a tumble. You'll know when it happens. All right, here it comes. That was it. He's running across the front of the stage, and the drum riser kind of juts out a little bit, and he just missed the corner.
Yikes.
And then the beauty of the internet, somebody said, what if rock concerts were really like the video game Rock Band? And they added the Rock Band sounds to it.
Dang, man. First song.
Face down.
That's real rough.
Did he just pop back up?
Just jump back up.
Oh, good for him.
Kept, like, he hobbled like,
ouch.
I hurt, and then I'm going to kind of get back going again.
Yeah, ow.
Ace and Friends.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
The modern day Mr. Rogers.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
This is Ace and Friends.
Riggins going to give you a chance to laugh at my 3D television that I used to have.
Used to.
Riggins has made fun of me for this for a long, long time. There's a list on Reddit of things that were supposed to be the next big thing, but just vanished.
Yeah.
Like Google Glass, the smart glasses that people were talking about 10 years ago is the next big thing. Nothing ever happened. They were eventually discontinued. So people are listing things that were once hyped as the next big thing, but never got close. And they have basically vanished. Here are a few. Google Plus, Google's social network that was supposed to rival Facebook, nothing. But then again, the metaverse, Facebook's alternate reality virtual space, no.
Yeah,
Nothing ever happened with that. 3D TVs, nothing really became
You
of
fought
those.
me on that one, though.
Yeah. But you didn't have to watch everything in 3D. But I got one. I thought this is going to be the next big thing. And I watched one ball game and thought that was cool. But okay, I'm really not interested in it anymore. I don't want to watch everything like this.
Yeah, the problem was that they didn't make 3D stuff for it. Like,
NFTs.
Yeah.
They say particularly the digital photos that were going for big bucks. Quibi, the streaming platform that was supposed to be short form content. Would that last about 7 months?
Not long.
It wasn't even. They didn't even make it a year, and they had to shut that thing down. The Segway personal transporter that was supposed to change the way we get around.
Segways.
They're big at Disney World and Disneyland, but I don't see them.
They were just too expensive.
Anywhere else, yeah.
And then the founder drove off a cliff on one.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that'll do it.
That was not a good look for the company.
Olestra, that fat substitute that was giving everybody diarrhea.
I was about to say, is that the one that was in those Pringles that were giving people the runs?
Yes, Rob, thanks. Power Balance, those rubber wristbands with a holographic sticker or something inside that would improve your balance.
Oh, I thought you said Power Ballads. I was very
No,
confused.
Power Balance. Sorry. Microsoft Zune.
Oh, yeah. The iPod.
But there are people that swore by Zune.
Oh, yeah.
And like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not going to become a thing. And they actually pointed out virtual reality. It hasn't fully vanished. It still keeps coming back. But it never has become the game changer that everybody makes it out to be. Like, it's going to change everything. Well, not really.
Yeah.
That's why those Apple headsets have flopped.
Mm-hmm.
Are they already considered a flop?
Yeah, they stopped production on next year's line because they weren't selling enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
$3,500.
Yeah, that didn't take long to flop out, did it?
Nope.
There is a girl who claims she's doing the Lord's work. And I wonder if somebody's going to tell her. Going to tell her the truth. Next.
Coming up, more Ace and Friends coming up.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi, and let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Ace and Friends.
There's a TikTok going viral of a girl who claims she's well, I'll let her give you she can explain it herself. We'll let her do the explanation and then explain.
I just got home from getting a mani-pedi, and while I was getting a pedicure, I was talking to the woman beside of me, and she was like, what color are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm doing white. And she was like, oh, okay, why are you doing white? And I was like, I always get white toenails. I've been doing it for years. And I was like, and all the guys that I talk to, they tell me that they love white toenails. I don't know why, but they love it. And she looked at the girl doing her toes, and she goes, Brittany, change mine to white. And y'all, that is what I call doing the Lord's work.
Now, there is also a side of TikTok, maybe it's more of an Instagram thing, that I've seen, I don't know everybody has seen, that says that white toenails are a sign.
A sign of what?
A sign that a woman has skills.
Oh.
Let's say. Yeah. I can't tell you exactly what it means. Maybe that's why guys love it so much. I do think white toenails are cute, especially in the summer. I think it can be cute, very sexy.
Sure.
But maybe that's why guys, maybe it's not the Lord's work. It's the fact that,
Satan's work. The devil. I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about girls' toenail color, But I guess if I saw a color that was really gross, I'd go, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a color of toenail and thought, oh, that's gross.
Maybe like black or something. Yeah. You know, if your toenails are black, that would freak me out. But yeah, it's just not even in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, TJ phrased it one time in a really good way, as he does with a lot of things. He said, I've never been turned on by some woman's feet, but I have been turned off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, and I do think, sure, I think white is kind of sets off, especially if your feet are tan, it kind of sets off the foot. It's very nice, can be very sexy.
Mm-hmm. But it means something.
It means
something nasty.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I'll leave that for you to
Google.
Yeah, if you want to. I wonder what would come up if you.
What does it mean? What does the white
We'll figure this out in a second. Maybe we'll Google it real quick and see if that's what comes up. Okay.
More Ace and Friends coming up.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ace and Friends.
I checked on the white toenail thing. I just Googled it. It didn't come up with what I said. But it does say, Urban Dictionary says, if white toenail polish on means they are single and available.
Oh. So, not what
I saw on the other TikToks.
Did you see it or did you make it up?
No, I saw it. I've seen it several times.
It means they're freaks?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lady in the streets?
Yeah, I don't know about that part. It just says they're freaks.
It's weird that a lot of young guys, though, have like such strong opinions about the toenail polish color. Isn't that kind of odd? When I was 21 or 20, that seems to be how old that woman was.
Yeah.
That was so far down on my list of things I was looking at 20.
Yeah.
Like, I got a strong opinion about your toenail color. It's just different, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had a strong opinion about your toenail color.
And she said, every guy,
I mean, there's some that I think look better than others, but as long as it's not, all chipped up and beat up looking, it's okay. That's the choice that you've made, and you like it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Some, like I said, some you like better than others, but none of them do I hate unless it just looks gross, and you're just like, oof, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it'd have to be extreme, I think, for me to even have an opinion about it.
Let's do a round of a game that we created a couple of weeks ago called Celebrity Gossip, Believe It or Not.
Okay.
I looked up a couple of things. See, tell me if you believe these celebrity gossip stories. I remember a blind item years ago that said modeling agencies pay Leonardo DiCaprio to date their models to elevate their careers. No. Believe it or not.
No, I don't believe that.
So it has him. He likes to date models.
Sure,
dating models. I read a blind item back in like 2007 that said the reason for Paris and Nicole's falling out, Paris Hilton and Nicole
Richie,
was because Nicole played Paris's sex tape at a party.
I've heard that before.
Believe it or not?
Yeah, I believe that.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't either. Your friend wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it just seems so malicious.
People can be petty.
Yeah, and two more about Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio wears headphones during sex.
How bizarre!
I do not believe that.
I don't believe that now.
Okay, do you believe
it's
that?
Like it happened one time, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. That's so specific.
Leo flips the lights on and off at his parties to tell people it's time to leave.
I believe that.
Like your teacher did in elementary school.
Get out.
That's a good idea. I love that.
Yeah, you believe those?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'd do that if I ever thought about it.
Yeah, he's got a gang of models. He's like, all right, guys.
Guys, click, 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 click. Time to go, baby.
Tobey Maguire gets a stepping.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Ace and Friends.
Is your screen time preventing you from having kids? Next.
Ace and Friends.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. You know, we have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is Ace and Friends.
What's keeping you from having kids? If you have none. Well, here's a woman that asked a very important question along those lines.
People ask if I want kids. All I can think is, what would they do while I'm looking at my phone? Can kids keep themselves busy like 13 and a half hours a day? Because that's what my screen time's at right now. And I don't want to cut it down quite now.
What? 13 and a half hours? That is
now
intense.
What? The answer is you shouldn't be having kids.
Yeah.
No. If you're like, I don't want to cut my screen time down, then don't have kids.
Yeah,
You should not be having kids.
Yeah.
Now, my screen time is astronomical, but there's a reason for it. All of our TVs and the iPad and all are all signed in under my account for everything. So, like when Dax naps, we play off of YouTube this shh sound.
Yeah.
So that counts as screen time.
Okay.
So there's almost always, and if the TV is on and we're playing something for Dax on the TV or whatever, that's run through my YouTube account.
Yeah.
So
it's like 24 hours of screen time.
Almost always, because I used to get there and think, what in the hell? So like in here every day, my computer is open and I'm on Facebook or something or social media it's open for 6 or 7 hours while we're here.
Yeah.
So you get these things like, my screen time is like 14 hours a day. I'm like, that is not possible. Then you start looking and go, well, it is possible because I'm signed in. Something is almost always playing that is signed in through my name, through my account somewhere.
Yeah, I have screen time turned off on my phone because I don't need that kind of like judgment in my life.
Yeah, I don't have that on either.
Shut up. You're a phone. You're a tool. You're not going to tell me what I'm doing and criticizing me. I don't need that in my life.
You both have it just completely turned off?
Yeah, I'm not looking to know that information.
Keep it to yourself.
It really did. That's a good idea because when I first got it, I was like, oh my God, that's way too much.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I was freaked out, and then I started adding it up. It's just like, what was that thing that used to come on and tell me my Apple Watch would tell me I need to be mindful and breathe. Shut up. I got stuff to do.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Don't do that.
Tell me the time, how many calories I burned.
Yeah.
And that's
Time
pretty
to
much
stand
it.
up.
I don't want
You stand up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Leave me alone. I do not need my phone or my watch telling me what I should or should not be doing in life.
I hate that.
Yeah. So there's a lesson. Just turn it off.
Turn it off.
It's not bothers.
Ace and Friends.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
Ace and Friends.
Okay, before we get out of here today, let's do another round of classic or not. I give you the song and you tell me whether or not you believe it to be considered a classic. 80s, 90s, various genres of music. Let's see. Let's start with Push It by Salt and Pepper.
Classic.
Rob?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys. Classic or not?
Classic.
Classic.
Definitely. Okay. Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks.
Classic.
Yeah, that's classic.
Why would you even hesitate on that, Rob?
I hate that song. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I do too. But it is a classic.
Definitely a classic. Take On Me by Aha.
It does pop up here and there. Yeah, I think it probably is.
Rob?
Yeah, I think it is.
I would say it is more so for the video than the song itself.
Yeah.
Because the video is still considered one of the great video masterpieces of all time. It finishes towards the top of all those great video lists.
The black and white one.
The black and white one where the people step through, they step out of the sketch drawings into real life and then back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it gets parodied a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Classic or not, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Classic or not, Walk This Way by Aerosmith and Run DMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Classic or not, What a Man by Salt and Pepper and In Vogue.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Really? You don't think so, Rob?
No, I don't think so. Salt and Pepper only had that other one for me, as far as like classics.
Push It is the only classic from Salt and Pepper.
I think so.
Okay. And finally, classic or not, Janie's Got a Gun by Aerosmith.
No.
No.
Okay. Wow, that was you were very adamant about that one.
No. No, Aerosmith's got definitely classics, but I don't think that's one of them.
Okay,
That's
so
gonna
you
stand
Don't Want to
out.
Miss a Thing would be a classic for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
not for
Ace
me.
hates that song.
Yeah,
I hate it too,
Yeah.
but it's you know.
It's just, I don't know. Okay, I can do without it.
Was that their biggest song?
May have been their biggest single of all time. Yeah. From the
Armageddon.
Armageddon was and I like that movie, and I think the song is well done in that movie. It's just like, okay, let's just move on. There's so many other great Aerosmith songs.
I could stay awake.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Ace and Friends.